up is Offering by Jeannie, Beckwith. Scene: waiting room for the consortium of restorers. At rise, a blood-curdling scream.
Seem to have gone well.
Screamers are the worst.
No class.
No self-respect.
It's the schools that are at fault. That's what I believe.
No standards.
No esprit de corps.
What number are you?
37.
You'll be up soon.
There's always hope.
Well, I wish they'd hurry things along just for once. I can't really wait here all night.
You'll lose your place if you leave.
I have responsibilities.
It'll be a mark against you.
We're just numbers to them.
You're right about that. Just cogs in the machine.
Well, what do you have for them today? What's in that bag of yours?
What's in your jar?
You say first.
Not likely.
It's not as if I could steal your thunder. It's not as if I could leap ahead in line.
It's bad luck to talk about these things. You know that.
Luck has nothing to do with it.
Luck has everything to do with it.
I spit on luck. Consider this. You and I could trade our offerings. We could trade them sight unseen. The restorers would never know.
We'd know, and they'd see right through us.
It's not like there are real rules anymore. Just their endless and irrational requirements. We live in a world of absolute chaos.
That's what the restorers are for. They're here to help us find order through our stories. They provide a beginning, a middle, and an end.
You've been listening to the propaganda tapes again.
I find them comforting. This is no different from how culture has always worked.
I'm not sure we can claim a culture of our own if we're not the ones actually telling the story.
Of course it's ours. We supply the materials of myth. We provide the basic ideas, the anomalies of existence. The restorers then make sense of it.
Frankly, I don't think they could come up with an idea on their own if their lives depended on it.
But our lives do depend on it. Don't forget that. Our world is defined by the stories they feed back to us.
So tell me, what is about to define your world? What's in your bag?
Bones.
Bones? Really? Human bones?
What do you think?
Whose? Anyone I might know?
That, my friend, is not something I can share.
How did they come into your possession?
Something else I cannot share. Let us just say that I have contacts.
No name?
No names.
Safer that way, I suppose.
They won't ask.
They never do.
They'll provide the background needed, the basic exposition.
That's what they do. Still,
Best to stay out of it.
it's not like we get much in return.
The rate of remuneration is clearly defined. We know that going in. So what's in your jar? Poisonous squid, rancid snails,
Nothing so exotic.
sands of the Kalahari, perfumes of Arabia.
Relax. It's only an eyeball.
Well, that's disappointing. You seem like such a rebel.
I'm sorry, it was all I could muster.
Do you think they'll accept it?
Well, why not? If they'll take a bag of bones, I should think an eyeball will be right down their alley.
Do your gifts ever speak to you?
If my eyeball starts speaking to me, I am very likely to ignore it. It's best not to acknowledge such things.
I think my bones were singing the other night. If I strained, I might have made out the tune.
Madness.
Very likely.
You remember the old days?
The old days are gone. For all we know, the old days may never have existed.
You could have taken a simple bag of bones and created a 6-volume fantasy series.
Don't let them hear you say that.
Think what I could do with my eyeball. Nothing so grand, perhaps, but still.
I'm quite content with the way things are, thank you very much. Keep your revolution to yourself.
I don't want a revolution, but I think of a world where fame and fortune, or even just a little appreciation, could be just around the corner.
So could starvation. So could the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune.
Don't speak like that. Such turns of phrase are too painful. When you read the drivel that these prose purveyors put out, it breaks your heart.
I've grown quite used to the words of the restorers. I wouldn't want them to change.
But it's my eyeball they're using and your bag of bones. Don't you think they deserve better?
I'll soon have a new roof on my house, shoes for my children. That's what matters.
Sellouts. That's what we are.
It's not as if we have a choice.
It's a travesty.
If you know what's good for you, you'll keep those thoughts to yourself.
And one day, they'll just write us out of the narrative completely. It will be like we never existed.
Keep your screams to a minimum.
You'll not hear any screams from me.
You are a man of honor,
I like to think that I'm a hero of the people.
a lover of the arts.
If there were any arts left to love.
There is that.
37.
That's me.
Good luck, even if I don't believe it.
Thank you. Good wishes are always welcome. I expect I'll need some.
You know, I wouldn't mention this conversation.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Goodbye, old friend.
Goodbye.